In 2020, the world was shook. The coronavirus pandemic had the world to its knees, and with supply chains going down and people refusing to go to work, it was hell to pay. People who rented houses wasn't getting their rent money, and people who had jobs were going broke. But there were a few groups of people who did very well during that time, and those people were content creators, believe it or not. People like Kevin Samuels made their run, but another person who did very well during that time was Kendra G. Kendra G is a social media influencer based out of Chicagoland area. And for those who remember her, she was on the radio show in Chicago on the morning show, the host of 107.5 WGCI. And she was doing very well in Chicago. But then she started something very interesting called Singles on IG Live. Now, it started on IG Live on Friday and Saturday nights, but it got so big, it transitioned over to YouTube and then over to Facebook. And let me tell you, it made her a lot of money. And to be honest, it's one of the most profitable things I've ever seen on social media. Number one, it targets an African-American audience. It targets blacks all around the world, and people are always thirsty to hook up. And really doesn't need so much investment, because you get people clicking the link all the time, talking about what they want, and really, she ain't even gotta host it. And sometimes she doesn't. So when I'm talking about the cash, it's coming in. Can I get a cha-ching sound effect? Well, now that we got that, what in the hell does this have to do with somebody exposing her? I'm glad you asked that question. Rewind, Nima. Let's fly all the way to Kampala, Uganda, where we're gonna meet a gentleman by the name of A.K. Dadan, also known as Grandson. And Grandson is a young man that over the last 2 years also has blown up on social media. He went from being very skinny, making videos with his grandmother, to after she passed away, becoming a muscular giant, walking around Africa getting millions of views. He has almost 3 million followers on TikTok, over 700,000 on Instagram. And his videos have been going so viral, it caused Kendra G to make this video.
I saw a video of a guy in Uganda who was tall, dark, and handsome. And I'm trying to find him for y'all ladies. Who I'm trying to find y'all for him. It was a video I saw on Facebook. He's walking, and I think he's in Uganda. He's somewhere, child. And he's walking down the street. And I said, if this man only knows, I got 33,450 women that want to see him. I'm final. Now, you only could be with one, but I got 33,450 women that want to date him. So I saw a video on Facebook. He was walking down the street. He was tall, dark, and handsome. I don't even know if he know English. I don't know. But as he was walking down the street, everybody was looking at him. He might be homeless. He might not even have a job. But you know what? He was tall, dark, and handsome. And as he was walking down the street in Uganda, everybody was looking at him. And I said, I got to find this Negro, because I got 33,452 people that want to date his ass. Now, I don't know if he's going to date all y'all. I don't know. But he the one that I found. I'm going to find him. If I got to go with my ass to Uganda and kidnap his ass myself and bring him to America, because I got 33,472 people and 99 people that want to date him.
Oh yeah, Kendra G really thinks Grandson is attractive. She actually wants him to come onto her show because she figures, well, because this African guy can come over to the show where so many women want him, and maybe some lady will bring him to America, because maybe he's poor and hungry and desperate. That's what she thinks. But be it as it may, this guy is far from it. He's actually doing very well. He has all kind of brand deals. He's gonna be moving to Europe soon. He's not wanting for money, and he makes more than like 95% of Americans do right now. But what ended up happening was Kendra G sent him a message, right? And that's important. And we're gonna get into that ourselves, but stop the show. What you guys don't know is your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson did an exclusive podcast with him because he lives right here in Uganda. And I'll put the link to the podcast at the first comment pinned to the top, where you can actually see what he had to say. But first of all, I wanted to talk to him about doing business with people who don't want to pay. And that was important for me to get it from his perspective. So let's check out what he had to say about that. Well, let's talk about that, because you have to negotiate deals and people not wanting to pay the price. And I find that to be hard for me. How do you deal with people trying to not pay you, or, for a commercial or for ads? How do you deal with negotiating your rates?
Well, I haven't faced that before, but this works for me. Trust me.
Mm-hmm.
If you learn your value, because somebody approaching you, it means they saw you have the capacity of doing what they want.
Okay, great point.
That's why they approached you.
Mm-hmm.
So it's up to you to put any amount you feel like
On the table.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, put your principles. I do this. I hold the money first before we start working.
Mm-hmm.
That's my principle. That's how I literally do my things anywhere, everywhere. And that will never change. And if you are ready for that,
Let me know.
we are ready to work.
Mm-hmm.
And if you are also ready, then you shouldn't have a problem to pay the money.
Mm-hmm. As you see, he gives some pretty good advice. He says, hey, whenever somebody approaches you, they should pay. And it's your ability to charge whatever amount you want to charge. So now let's get into these messages, because Kendra G definitely messaged him, as we saw how thirsty she was on her video. Because you see, what she wanted to do was to bring him onto her platform, use all of his following, and then basically come on to her dating show and do it for free. And then on the flip side, he's supposed to get sponsorship from one of these thirsty ladies in America so he can go to America and get a wife, right? But let's check out what the messages actually said and what the exposure said. Kendra G messaged him. She goes, sad music, are you single? If so, I want you to come on my dating show. Now, this is him responding because he's already heard that people have been, tagging him from the videos. He goes, hello, good afternoon, Kendra. Sorry, you might be in dreamland already. How are you? Can I get a da sound effect? And then all she said is, hey, I want you to come on my show. This is somebody hella thirsty, right? I mean, again, all that money for weaves and sandals and everything, but you don't want to pay nobody. So basically, he's saying this. Hey, how are you? It's a beautiful morning right here. Well, I would like to know more in details if there are going to be payments for hosting or not. Thank you. Looking forward to hear from you. Right, because you want him to come onto your platform with all his following, so he can be matched with some of these chicks he probably wouldn't be attracted to and all it is, right? But here's what she had to say. Oh no, it's not a show like that. If you are single looking for love, you come on the show. I ask you questions about the kind of woman you like. The women DM that are interested, there is no payment. Now stop the show. Doesn't Kendra G want to get paid for what she does? Yeah, she does, right? She has all kind of weaves, sandals, and all kind of sandals and weaves, but she doesn't want to pay this guy. He goes, I get it. Well, I'm not seeing anybody right now, right? If you want to come on the show, you can Monday. You will get new followers, and maybe you actually like someone, they DM you. So think about this. Well, you will get new followers. Basically, he already has more followers than she has, right? Maybe we could put up her following on Instagram and maybe his following. If it's not more, it's very similar. So why would he do that? So then, hold on a second. He goes, and I would like to join your show, but I am not ready seeing anybody right now because I'm addicted fighting myself. Love is gonna find along the way. And then she goes, okay, well, you can say that, and I will just say I invited you on my show because so many women admire your videos. Look how thirsty she is. She's looking for this guy to come onto her show for free, not doing anything, not wanting to pay this guy, but clearly she's gonna use this guy for everything. And she feels like, oh, you're a desperate African guy, so that's all you need. Well, and then he goes, because I believe you can't look for love, it has to be natural. Well, you can go on and say that's up to you. That means otherwise, I really appreciate you for everything. Hope everything is going well for you there. She goes, it's going amazing. Now, stop the show. Dima, put up circle that thing when you say you have restricted Kendra G. And basically, it says they can't see you when you're online or when you read their messages. All right? But I want you to hear it from his mouth completely, what he has to say about the whole experience. Play that clip.
You're eating on that, and I'm also having money on this.
Yes.
So we should support each other.
Yes. Yes.
And her being there, I felt like she thought maybe I'm so desperate. You know, when you're in America and you tell somebody in Africa and be like, oh, this and I want to invite you here, and they feel like, huh? You know, that excitement. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm going to America.
Somebody invited me from America.
Right.
I'm not desperate for that.
Right.
For anything.
Right.
But if it was money, I would have done it.
Right.
Because I need to, you bring that on table, be like, yo, this and this. Because trust me, she's gonna have like the following and all the money on the YouTube even Instagram, Facebook.
Yes.
Because literally all my pages are like,
oh yeah, they all hit.
Blown up.
2.8 million on TikTok. Like
they're like up, and now
Wow.
So I felt bad. I felt a little bit bad about that because she was supposed to support the black man. Like this and this. We are the black community. At least if she was like, oh, I have this amount of money, I want to invite you on my show. You can get something.
Right.
That way, it sounds great.
Yes.
But telling me that it's gonna help you like have more followers, somebody's gonna hit you up.
Right, like you're desperate, you're poor or something.
Yeah. I'm not desperate for somebody, and I'm not desperate to move to the States.
Right.
I'm stand by myself here where I am. You're seeing me here. I don't need anybody or anything.
Right.
I can get anything I want by myself.
Right. Let me ask you this, because being that we're in Uganda, I noticed that a lot of people from Uganda and Africa in general, if they're doing well, they don't even need to leave. They have enough access, enough money here. Do you believe you could make a lot of money just touring in Africa, never even going to the States or Europe? Is that possible?
Yeah, that's possible because, trust me, people are having good life here and they're having money. And their life is good, the living and everything. And surprisingly, people in the States, when they see you somewhere, even because I put like presses, different presses, even like in different activities, they'll be like, oh my God, I never seen this in my life. I want to try that. I want to see that. Because there are things they never saw in their life and never even experienced.
Again, I mean, this is what happens in the black sector of internet. People who never invest in what they do, hella cheap. They have Rolls Royces. They have all kind of stuff. They have weaves. They have sandals. They have big houses. But they expect that somebody will come onto their dusty show for nothing because they want to get paid, right? I mean, it's so pathetic. You don't want to invest. Like the guy said, let's support each other. But you feel like, you know what? Oh, these girls from America can DM you. Listen, I've looked at the guy's Instagram. He has messages from thousands of women. Thousands. White, black, orange. He has never looked at. Okay? Listen, this guy has a lot of money already. He's doing very well. All right? He makes way more than most guys in America make. So it's not like he needs the money or he's desperate. But she don't want to pay him. So like, oh, you're an African guy, so you should want to come over to America and find a wife. What, are you serious? The guy has 3 million followers. Do you think that he don't have opportunities? Just tell the truth. You want to use the guy because you don't want to pay. You want to buy weaves, sandals, and fingernails, and toenails, and more sandals, but you don't want to pay. But you want to get paid. And that is what's going on in the black sector of the internet. He just exposed that. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson. Back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I appreciate you for all you do. Serve the bill. We're out.